Yes, good night. I heard Dr. Christopher Colombo Rowley, who is talking his arrogant statement. I want to say to the citizen that if the government believe that people are foolish, we are not foolish. We are not foolish. If the Prime Minister is conscious, is real, is talking from the bottom of his heart, let the nation make that decision. It must not be an executive decision. Let the country or the citizen select on who they want to be for Prime Minister. I don't think anything on executive. Let the country, let the poor, let the voice, let those who have a voice say, here what? I want. Let the country, let the citizen make a choice. And if that can't happen, I don't want to hear them. But I want to say is, this election, this mother of all election, we must be prepared to remove the People's National Movement. Because I want to say is, Stuart Young, as I'm saying again, have absolutely no feelings, have absolutely no consciousness or awareness, knowing for a fact that citizen is under attack. Knowing for a fact that citizens today cannot make ends meet. You have a number of citizens in this country who cannot make ends meet, and what they believe that we is going to allow them to get away. I am prepared to join forces with the UNC to ensure that this People's National Movement must not get the hands of office. I want to say to each person who get this video, please support me for justice. Support me for survival. Because if you cannot survive, if you cannot sustain yourself as a citizen, as a law-abiding citizen, therefore you are in problem. We have persons today who are under siege by this runaway, wicked, vindictive People's National Movement by the leadership of Dr. Christopher Colombo Rowley. This government, since the whole mantle of office 2015, all their agenda is to bully the nation. They are telling tax-paying citizens who are paying tax, who are maintaining law and order, to accept a 5% wage increase. That is a level of disrespect. I want to say that tonight. It is a high level of disrespect. And I will raise a political awareness so that persons will not allow this government, this ungrateful, deceitful government, to get away. I want to say, it cannot be an executive decision. It must be the citizen, the man who on the ground, the man who have a voice. Let them make that decision. And when they make that decision, we will know what barley grow. Right? Because I can recall from since Eric William time to now, it is the small man, it is the man who on the ground vote in a prime minister who they want to run the affairs of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. And I want to say that there must be no retreat, there must be absolutely no surrender. We cannot allow this government to get away. Crime, violence, extortion continue in our country. And what we are seeing today is that the police, they are not targeting those who are responsible for this high illegal firearm coming into our country. It is big people who are behind it. It's not small men who are responsible for this crime that is taking place in our country. Right? So I want to say, with no fear and with no condemnation, I am a law-abiding citizen. I will continue to maintain law and order. But I want to say, this 2025 election must be a mother of all election, by all of us coming together, uniting together, and joining forces together to remove this evil or wicked system that we're facing under the leadership of Dr. Christopher Colombo Rowley. Yeah? So I want to say that all of us who as leaders, all of us, all activists, all civil rights, I'm saying, now is not the time to both hate malice, or putting grievances, but having the level of consciousness, because young people today need to come out of poverty. Young people today need some form of stability in terms of getting a job, a permanent job, in terms of saying what, where they can sustain themselves. We have a number of persons today who are saying again, they are suffering, they are going through a number of hardship. And I'm saying, let us come together, and let us unite together, because I'm saying again, this Stuart Young, he can run the People's National Movement. This Stuart Young is saying again, once or if you allow them to hold that mantle of office, I want to assure the citizen, well, we know for a fact Syrian is running this place, because we've seen it for a fact Syrian is running this place. We will know, you will see how hard your life will be. Your life will be very hard, because I'm saying again, once Stuart Young get that mantle of office, and therefore it will have absolutely no trade union movement, no labor movement. And when I mean no labor movement, to represent the poor, to represent the man on the street, to represent those who don't know the rights. Yeah? So I want people to be very, very careful. Very, very careful. Because if a system suffer you for 9 years, deny you a decent wage increase for 9 years, why today you as a person or as an individual allowing them or permitting them to hold that mantle of office? You have to sit down and talk to yourself as a human being. Despite they condemn the People's National Movement under the leadership of Mrs. Kamala Persad, Mrs. Queen Council, you have to ask yourself, is whether you're going to go and allow yourself to be as a slave because it's a black man thing. But it's not a black man thing now, because as you could say, we put Stuart Young. Stuart Young, so I want persons to understand that if your life is going good under the PNM and you want to put them back, because every time you vote PNM, you see what happening. You see what is unfolding. Every time when the PNM win election, you see the more brutal attack. They are attacking you, they're squeezing you, they're taxing you, they're oppressing you, and they're telling you, accept it. They're telling you, accepting it, but they're driving Benz and Prado. They're fixing their pension, right? Their pension, when they retire, their pension fixed. But your pension, as I say again, right now, that persons in NIS can't get their pension, can't get the money, but they're telling you to be contented. We must prepare to move. We must prepare to set an example. Now is the time for all of us to set an example in this space. And when I mean set an example, it's not saying to yourself that you will allow a government to have you in bondage and under siege. I want to say is education is key, the main pillar to come out of poverty. I want to say it with absolute no fear. Education is a key to success. And if children today who are in the school is not getting a laptop, is not getting the tools to perform, how you expect the children to be successful and they are not getting it? Things of meals and so forth, they are not getting it. So how do you expect for we to have a society with educated people, with people who want to excel and who are not giving the children the tools to perform in the school? Yeah, you are denying them, right? Persons who are asking for help, self-help is not getting it. You are denying them, you're having them in a circle, you have them in a bubble. They have to go through all type of procedure just to get a grant. A simple thing as a grant. They have to go through all type of procedure to get it. And then you come in now, telling the country to vote for them. Watch how this black, wicked, vindictive man really called Dr. Kid Rowley, who resembles an Oreo, telling you, vote for Stuart Young, telling you and trying and making and talking also that jackassness, right? It is the executive. You sure it's the executive? No, I don't believe it's the executive. It is one person who wants Stuart Young to be the Prime Minister. It is one individual, and that fella is Christopher Colombo Rowley. Don't let them fool you. This is not the executive who made that decision. It is one individual who the man and say he wants Stuart Young to be Prime Minister because I say again, Stuart Young is the same just like he. Stuart Young red, but he black. Right? He put somebody red. But two of them not saying think alike. I want to say that. Two of them think alike. So I'm saying again, I have absolutely no apology for my statement, and I will continue building a conscious momentum on all social media platforms so that young people today will not allow themselves to be under siege, will not allow yourself to be getting tied up and chained up by a government, which that government is not representing the poor, the voiceless, and the man who don't have a voice. Okay? So have a blessed one, and I want to urge persons this year must be a year to remove the People's National Movement. Right? I know Tobago make a serious decision. I know the Tobagonian will not allow the PNM to come back in Tobago or raid in Tobago because the Tobagonian get fed up of these people in them. The Tobagonian get fed up of this wicked, oppressive system which led under the leadership of Dr. Kid Rowley. And if the Tobagonian would set an example, who is us? Who is us? Who is going to allow them to take us back